Welcome to Tbilisi, Georgia, famous for its wine, sulphur baths, and now one of the most popular tourist destinations from Europe. In this video, I'm going to look at sulphur baths, one way the city is keeping its shared identity despite the tides of globalisation descending on the city.
Georgia is expected to receive record 4.5 billion tourist revenues this year, with 40,000 people employed. That's double that 10 years ago. For a city that's been invaded 25 times by almost every empire going, it could be the invisible flows of globalisation that pose the biggest threat to local traditions, culture and ways of life.
But if you look behind me, the scene is demolition, it's coming down, it's change, so identity is even more important.
Just to the south of the city centre lies the Tbilisi district. Legend has it, in the 5th century, King Vakhtang discovered the hot springs when his falcon fell into the water. When helping it out, he noticed all the scratches on his arms disappeared. This led to Tbilisi being built here, with the belief the magic water had healing powers, hence the name Tbilisi, or the place of warm waters.
And this is the Tbilisi district where the king founded Tbilisi. Around are about 12 sulphur baths, all in this district, which are made from the sulphur in this river. Now, from standing here, you can actually smell the eggy smell of it. It's quite strong, and from putting your hand in it as well, you can definitely feel the warmth of the river. But I'm here to speak to a man who knows a lot about what sulphur baths mean to the city, so let's go and see him now.
Good to meet you. Hello! Good to meet you.
But for a city which has been invaded 25 times, destroying many other parts of the city, how has this place remained?
After many invasions, sometimes the only physical thing, architecture, that would remain untouched was the sulphur bath, because it was the only place where even an invader would relax and wash down and something like this. Then, even in the Soviet times, as the sulphur baths for communist approach was classless, because everybody, it was equality. It's quite important to show this surviving culture. It's something like a living museum, because now nothing has changed much here since, let's say, 18th century. And as Tbilisi has been invaded and destroyed for about 25 times, this is the oldest and ever preserved part of the city. So it's quite a miracle that the oldest things in Tbilisi have survived rather than, let's say, the 18th century architecture or buildings or like infrastructure. So that's why we are very proud of this, and also very proud that this keeps functioning almost the same way as it used to be.
It was then time to go inside one of the spas for the very first time to experience it for myself. With some spas in the area, such as the luxury Shreli Abano, costing up to £170 per hour, this is a fairly priced spa at around £35.
This is sulphur water. It's for about 30-35 degrees Celsius. And one kind request: remove your silver, because it will get stained. And that's very warm. So as for the beds, so these are for scrub. Wherever you see them, so people lie here, and the scrub therapists do like this, or sometimes they stretch them with the knee, sometimes when they stand, not always, but I mean, it's part of the culture. And we also have the memoirs of Alexander Dumas, the father, the author of Three Musketeers and so on. He visited this place in 1858, and in his memories, he marks out that they've stretched him so well and kind of rubbed him so well that he could, in his imagination, he could lift up even an entire planet. So he felt so healthy afterwards.
What's the importance of the mosaics on the wall?
So these mosaics are a bit modern approach. So these are not something traditional, because it was a yes and no. So according to the evidence that we have, some of the places had a mosaic, some of them just had the open walls, like without any kind of covering, so like just bricks. So as we do not have the original mosaics remained because communists removed almost all of them. So authentic mosaics did not exist, almost do not exist on the walls. So then the modern artists improvise a little bit, maintaining the mosaic culture, but with some modern approach.
But with the city founded because of these magical waters, is there really any science behind the belief?
It's scientifically proven that it can heal a couple of skin diseases, either heal or improve the condition of the skin. So that's medically proven. And also sulfur kind of integrates the wound and also kind of kills certain types of bacteria. That is also helping the wound to be healed, or some kind of scratches.
So it would be rude to do a video on the thermal spas and not do it myself, so let me give you a quick tour of our 120 gel room, which is about 30 quid for an hour. So you come in through the front door and this is the changing area with me, and then you come through to the showers. Moving further on, spa area with the sulfur water on the left and the cooler water on the right.
Therapy goes like this. First the guest jumps into the pool of the sulfur water, then into the cold water, then again into sulfur water, and then comes the scrub.
Is it really that cold?
Go on, Andy. This is absolutely freezing cold water, by the way.
Was it worth going in there?
It's the bloodshed and the pain.
The nice part is when we get back in here.
Finally, it was time for a 10-minute scrub massage, which, in comparison to the Turkish-style hammam, was a bit of a breeze.
So there's no doubt times have changed since people centuries ago used to come down to these very sulphur waters to bathe and heal. Now the iconic domes are present in Tbilisi, but for how long? Well, tourist numbers are rising, globalization is taking hold of the city. However, looking forwards, the government really want to keep these domes at the very heart of the Tbilisian identity. See you next week.